what the last 2 years have taught us as leaders is not only are things uncertain, crises are right around the corner, and leading through those with resilience is the job of any leader. So I am just thrilled with having you on the show here today to not only talk about your book, but talk about, as leaders, what we can be doing to do a better job of not only being resilient ourselves, but creating organizations and companies that are resilient. So before we get started, for my listeners that maybe aren't as familiar with you and your work, share a little bit more about your background. What is it that keeps you busy today, and how did you get passionate about some of these topics?
Great. Brandon, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here and excited about the work that you're doing in this leadership community and helping us all to create better workplaces, which is a lot of what I do today, working with organizations to help them to build better workplaces by helping their leaders really be equipped with the resilience that they need to be able to adapt in this time that we're in. We're all transitioning and trying to just deal with all that's going on in this space. Got to where I am today after having had a corporate career with Humana and GE, and great opportunities for leadership development, to be in leadership roles, management development course, for example, at GE Crotonville, and all of that, and was on track to really continue to move up in my corporate career. Had different roles in Lean Six Sigma as a master black belt, in running customer experience. I was a product manager, also working with GE, worked in e-commerce as well. So I've had a wonderful career, which gave me a lot of great experience, knowledge, and mentorship, sponsorship myself that I could use to help other organizations, which is what I do today. So I was laid off actually in the downturn of 2008, 2009, and grateful to have had the experience that I have had to give me the privilege of working with organizations today to help them to be better.
Well, it's funny the way you said it at the end. It sounds like resilience to me. That event that was unexpected turned into opening so many doors and opportunities. Mm-hmm. But who am I to define resilience? So I think that's a great starting place for us. When people say resilience, what does that mean to be resilient? I'm curious what your perspective is on that.
Yeah. When I talk about resilience and define it in the workshops and the coaching that I do, I use the definition from the American Psychological Association, which says that resilience is really how well we adapt to disruptions, change, crises, unexpected events and occurrences, all of those things that hit us unexpectedly. But it's all about adapting. And so therefore, I'm really focused a lot on helping organizations and leaders develop this skill set around resilient adaptability, putting those two things together, because we can adapt, but we don't necessarily have to adapt well or, adapt with resilience. But when we do, we have an opportunity to really thrive.